and we got the name of the band Jonas Brothers. We got the name of the magazine Pop Star. I'm actually getting on a flight to Europe, stopping by the newsstand, picking up 3 copies of this magazine that has this teenage girls and boys on the cover, sitting in the plane, and the guy next to me is like, "You have 3 copies of the same magazine?" And I'm just like, just yes, that's it. But it was really, really funny. So what it happened right around the time when we got a pickup in the number of sales, and we weren't sure if that contributed or not. But we wanted to give it a try, so we put an ad in there that looked very much, again, like, this top part looked very much like the copy, the way they lay out their pages. So unfortunately, it's really hard to measure the success of any kind of advertising that you do. Apple is now coming up with a way that you can actually track conversions, but I haven't seen it done yet. So I don't know, it's worked for some people, it's kind of worked for us sometimes, but it's not necessarily something where you can pay a lot of money to advertise your 99-cent game and then get that back. It's tough. So what we have done instead of advertising, and in addition to some great free PR that we are trying to get from the media, is cross-promotion. So one of the first things we did was a cross-promotion with another very popular iPhone game called Pocket God. We came up with this idea that, hey, it would be really fantastic if we could get the Pocket God character into Doodle Jump, sort of like an Easter egg thing, which is, as you know, a big tradition among video games. And the guys at Pocket God loved the idea, loved our game, said, yeah, put it in. So again, that's something that really helped us, because all of the Pocket God fans were now, hey, let me check this game out that has this character that I really like. And then, of course, we've spawned the entire sort of following of every single game out there wanting to have the Doodle Jump character in it or the Pocket God character in it. So we worked with some people over time with, Parachute Panic, and Finger Physics, Bananagrams, and so on. So it was something that actually Apple thought was creative and different, and one of the things they highlighted when they were giving us the Apple Design Award. So again, it was free. It did generate press. Blogs wrote about it because it was the first time it was ever done, and I think it really helped us. So what's next? A lot of people ask us, what are we doing next? When are we coming out with Doodle Jump 2? And so on. Well, for us, really, Doodle Jump is next. It's all about developing that game, adding more content to it, and we really don't see right now much of a reason to come out with Doodle Jump 2, because in many ways, what we have now out on the App Store is really Doodle Jump 3 already in terms of content that's in there as compared to the content that it originally had. So, and you see that coming from a lot of people that still don't understand this model. It's very different. It's really based on continuously updating what you have and then going with it. And I think, we'll see how it all plays out, and eventually we'll probably come up with a different version of Doodle Jump, and it will probably be a whole new game that will be geared towards the iPad, which we're working on right now. And it's, in some ways, it's a sequel, but it's a sequel because the iPad is a whole different device. So I'd like to close with that, and I'd like to close with a little quote that I really like that we got from one of our fans, saying something about connected to their fate, their shared history, or their love of nature. For us, it's Doodle Jump. I mean, you read that and you're touched. And we have gotten a lot of quotes like that over time. And in fact, a lot of the marketing copy that we have, Be Warned, Insanely Addictive, for example, it was all written by the fans. We just had the sense to actually pick it up and bubble it up and use it. And apparently it worked. So with that, I'd like to thank you for listening to me and coming here. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to entertain them.
Really excellent. And Luis, you can see why it's so popular, and obviously why the Apple Award, well deserved, really wonderful. I just have one question. I'm sure there are a couple of others out there. Do you have any sense from your audience and the emails that you get? Is most of the fan base 10 to 14-year-olds? Is it mostly U.S.? Is it mostly Europe? Are there differences in different places?
So that's one complaint that a lot of people have been complaining to Apple about, is that we have no idea who our audience is. I have an idea of how many people are buying it from different parts of the world, and about 60% for us is the United States, about 40% is the rest, with the UK sort of being on the very top of the rest, followed by Germany. In terms of the age, what we really see from emails, from tweets, from Facebook is a very wide range of kids, of adults, of grandparents playing it with their grandkids. So we really see a very wide range covered, which I'm sure there's an audience there that's really more strong, like probably 15-year-old boys, but it's hard to say, unfortunately.
Well, I don't want to steal time from the debate, but are there any questions, folks, that want to ask Igor? He's going to be around this evening, of course, and tomorrow. Right in the middle there? Yep.
Quick question, actually. For the initial version of Doodle Jump, how long did it take to develop that?
Thank you, actually, because that was going to be part of my slide, and I kind of rushed to get to the debate. But we get asked that a lot. How long did it take you to make Doodle Jump? And my answer is, we're still making it. The initial version was maybe 2 to 3 months, which was a bit longer than we normally took to develop some of the other games that we put out. But like I said, the game, the way it is now, it's been worked on for a year and a half now, continuously, nonstop.
I want to thank Igor and Lima Sky. Excellent, really wonderful, wonderful
Thank
demonstration, presentation. And next,